Hello, my name is Mayra Cervantes from Cervantes Academy, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and today I'm going to be explaining to you on how the chain fountain works. This experiment was first known as following the rules of inertia. But if inertia were causing the flowing fountain, the chain would be stationed at the top of the paw. For example, the same way that a ball tossed into the air is stationed at its highest point. The creation of the flowing loop depends not on inertia, momentum, or gravity, but on the upward force coming from the bunched up ends of the chain still in the beaker. In other words, as gravity pulls down, the chain itself pushes up. These opposing forces create the fountain effect. In 2011, the chain fountain was discovered by a young guy named Steve Mould. He was the host of a television show in Britain. He had a master's degree in physics from the University of Oxford. Mould, with the help of another physicist, Mark Warner, worked together to try to see how the experiment worked. They then realized that by using metal beads, the chain lifted up higher. They then found out that force and energy were the cause to this experiment. The chain had to be at the top of the jar before the strings of the bead is pulled. The bead then fell and triggered momentum downwards, which caused a momentum upwards to the beads that are leaving the jar. To sum their research up, the chain fountain is based on force, which force is used in everyday life. For my ELA component, I decided to choose the chain fountain, and throughout the duration of my project, I decided to create a narrative essay. I started with choosing the project and managed to search many websites to try to gather a bit more details and information about my project. I had many unsolved questions and I was waiting for them to be answered. I finished my online research and went out to buy my materials. Originally, my project included 500 milliliter beaker and about 50 meters of beads. My teacher then told me that I didn't have to use a specific object. I decided to have some fun with my project. I bought a small plastic container and about 75 meters of colorful beads. I cut each bead and superglued them all together. At last, I finished the beads and put them in the container without tingling them. I took pictures from many angles and took a video. The beads were all different colors and it looked quite amazing. I repeated the experiment about 2 or 3 times and realized that when the jar was tilted, that the beads created a larger fountain. Thank you for watching. If you would like more information, please click on the links below. And this is a video from Cervantes Academy.